Hi, it's Thursday. Welcome to Art Time with Mrs. Hemlick. Today I thought we'd draw, in honor of the 8th graders, a famous character from the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, the book that was read on Monday. So I thought we'd draw the elephant. The elephants are really cool, and there are a lot of elephants in Oh, the Places You'll Go. Illustrations by Dr. Seuss. So we're going to draw this elephant. Let's get started. Okay, you're going to take your paper and fold it in half this way and just put a little crease right there in the center. You don't have to do the whole edge of the paper. Then we're going to turn it the opposite direction and put another crease. We're trying to find the center of our paper. And there we have a little creased X. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to start by drawing the ear of the elephant, and we're going to draw the ear here. The trunk's going to come all the way out here, and the body of the elephant here. So let's get started. I'm using black, and remember there's two sides to the black marker, the long flat side and the pointy tip. I'm going to use the side and start right where that dot is in the center. I'm going to go up, make a rainbow, and then a backward C, and then a couple little U shapes here for his ear. And then over here is the top of his head, another rainbow, almost like this one, looks like angel wings, right? The top of his head comes down, and then it's going to start curving up this way, and then I'm going to stop. I want to put in some texture for his trunk, and those would be just little rainbows like this, and each one starts in the middle of the one before it, and just kind of aim up towards the corner of your paper. Do 5 or 6 or how many you'd like to do. They're kind of fun to do, and you could start to see it looking like an elephant's trunk. Then I'm going to do another rainbow and then a little swirl up like that. Okay, at the end there, the little curve. And then as I come back around, I'm going to start making his trunk wider. It gets wider as it comes closer back to his head. And then this is his big smile right here, and then a little backward C. And his eye, it's a little U shape, or I could say that's a backward C too. And 2 or 3 eyelashes there. And a little eyebrow. And there we go. We have his trunk and his head. For his mouth, I'm just going to start about here, about where the trunk started going up. We're going to put a little rounded lip like that. And then his chin is another little rounded curve like that. And then I'm going to start making the front of his body. And depending on how much room you have, go down about halfway between his chin here and the edge of your paper. So I'm going to make a dot there so I know how far down I'm going to go. And I'm going to make a rounded curve like that. And now his feet, I always like to think of Dr. Seuss characters, his animals, a lot of the characters also tend to look as if they're wearing pajamas with foots in, with little booties in them. So they're very loose. And so we're not worried about trying to draw realistic looking elephant feet. Here we go. It's coming down and up and around. It almost just looks like a shoe. And then back up to about here. All right. Then I'm going to do a nice soft curve back this way. And I'm going to draw a bent leg here. So it's going to be bent at the knee. So it's kind of a V shape. And then put one of those little funny feet in there, whatever room you have for, and then come back up around. And I'm going to stop about right there. Now I'm going to go up and do the top of his back, and I'm going to start about the middle of his ear, and I'm going to end up above the back of his leg, about right there. So nice curve, it kind of goes up and around like that. All right, he's looking like a cool elephant. And I'm going to put his tail in here, and that's pretty easy. Comes out like that. The top part of it out like that, and then a little curve at the end, and just some little lines like that. And then we're going to go back the other direction. It gets a little wider as it gets back to the back of his leg. Now we're going to join this leg and where his tail is. Nice rounded curve, and it all blends in. You've got 2 legs drawn already. Let's do this back leg that's hidden right here. I'm going to start where that crease is, and I'm going to come down towards the left and almost to the bottom, start curving around. His feet are pretty flat here, up and around, and just up to the top like that. And now this foot, it's going to be up in the air. And if you want to, you can watch me draw it and then back up and draw it yourself. So check it out. I'm going to start where the tail is. I'm going to come back this way, and whatever room you have here will be fine. And you can fit a foot in here. And it's going to go up like this because he's kind of kicking up in the back here. It comes around, a lot of C shapes, and here's a U shape. Doesn't look like a foot yet, but watch this. Now I'm going to put his knee in here like this, and then it goes right back up. And I can put a little bit of a shadow here. And also, I'm going to put a little bit, make his foot a little bit longer there. And then here, I'm going to put a little shadow and a little shadow here. Then I'm using the tip of the marker to do these. Around here, I put a little line. It's the same as the outside line to show the inside of his ear, and a couple little marks like that to show some texture, some hair. He's got a lot of funny little marks on him. Another little eyebrow here, down around here. And then wherever there's a crease, you can put some of those like little lines that make it look like wrinkles. Okay. I think we're good. So here, here. Okay. All right, that's looking good. So now let's put the top part of his little pole on here. First, we're going to make a little hat like that. And then another smaller one on top like that. And then I want this to curve up. So I'm going to turn my paper so it's a little bit easier to draw that curved line. So I'm going to go up as far as I can go here and stop. And then I'm going to come back down on the other side like that. And across the top, you can put a little heart, upside down heart, or any kind of little triangle up at the top. And then here, I put these little lines across here, and he needs this little flag flying. All right, so to draw the flag, be confident, just draw that line. I want it to look like it's really flying in the wind. So I'm going to first draw the top of the banner, and it's going to go this way and then down and then up like that. And below that, about this far down, I'm going to draw another one. It's same line, same shape. Try to do the same shape, up and then down and then up like that. And then here, I'm going to put a little dot and join these little edges like that. And I have a banner almost, I want it to look like it's really flying away from this pole. So I'll put that little line in there like that. And you can put anything in here you'd like. I'm going to put a star. Remember, you can draw stars with little triangles like that. there we go. One little technique I used here was, instead of going with straight lines with the colored pencils, I did a little bit of a circular motion, and that fits well with the shape of the elephant, rounded. Another thing I did that I showed you last week was to trace around with the marker. And remember, when you're using the side of the marker like this, you can press down pretty hard. It's not going to ruin the marker. You just don't want to press down really hard when you're on the tip of the marker. But the side, that does not hurt it at all. So you can really lay down that nice color. So there you go, 8th grade, congratulations. I'm going to miss you guys. Best wishes to you. Hope to see you sometime soon. Draw lots of elephants, lots of Dr. Seuss characters, and have a lot of fun. Bye-bye.